Why does the U.S. Postal Service suck? Let's talk about it. Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network, the action figure show about news, reviews, collecting tips, customizations, kit bashing, everything that goes into this fun, nerdy hobby that you and I both love. But you know what? Today, that hobby's not very fun, thanks to the due diligence of the U.S. Postal Service. What you see in front of you here is a box that I've been looking for quite some time. As you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. Being an action figure collector, especially when you're dealing with secondary market, as I do for most older things that aren't on the shelves anymore, one expects certain things, and one of the things that one expects is for the institution that is handling your order, your package, whether it be U.S. Postal Service, UPS, or FedEx. One expects them to not only get it to you in a decent amount of time, but to handle it and not to lose it. Not to lose it. This was ordered. This was ordered on September the 21st. The tracking on this item, and as you can see, it has been drugged through. It's in a bag. The last tracking on it, after it says out for delivery, says viable or visible damage. I don't know what to expect when I open this. This looks like it has been drugged through a pig pen. And it's in a plastic sack with a tie up here on the top. Just to give you a little bit of history of this, we're going to open this here in a second. What this is a Hasbro Marvel Legends Retro Armored Daredevil action figure. That's what should be in there. Shipping tracking goes as follows. On September the 22nd, tracking number provided. September 22nd, shipping label created. USPS awaits item. September 22nd, pre-shipment info sent. 22nd, origin acceptance. 22nd, process through USPS facility, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And then nothing. For days and days and days and days and days, and then a week, and then 2 weeks. And so I created a package research case on the 2nd of October. And on the 3rd of October, that case was closed by the USPS. They said that... Let me get some more light on this, so you can really see. USPS got back to me in an email and said to me that there was no outbound scan coming into my hometown, and that there wasn't anything they can do. This is a government-funded institution in the United States. It's the United States Postal Service. Taxpayers pay their salary. Most of their salary is paid by taxpayers. The other part is revenue that they make and profit that they make from people buying stamps and whatnot from the post offices. And the money that they make from people buying the little scale kits and stuff that sell stuff on eBay and Mercari and different places like that. They have one job. One job. One. And their job is, I buy a thing from someone, that someone boxes it up, packages it up, gives it to them, and they bring it to me. That's it. That's the only job they have. And in the past year and a half, I have had 7 different instances where I have had to file claims and search for missing mail or what have you with the U.S. Postal Service. I had from Action Figure Customs in Canada, I had a custom resin, 3D printed resin Bruce Wayne head that came to my hometown, and they delivered it to a home somewhere in the south end of the town that I live in, and that was it. Even though it had my address on it, the video that I did a while back with the G.I. Joe Classified Scarlet and Lady J, that Lady J that came from Amazon ended up on my neighbor's porch down on the corner on the complete opposite end of the block where I live. Not only is the U.S. Postal Service inept in their launch of things that are meant to get to me, but they are inept on the end with people that they're carriers that are supposed to be bringing it to me. That G.I. Joe Classified retro carded gung ho, that was delivered to a lady on the next street, my same address, but the next street over. Because they even though my address on Walmart.com clearly said what it said, they had it as one street over. And that's where it was delivered, to this little old lady's house. Fortunately, I went over there and knocked on her door, and it was sitting on her porch, and I showed her my ID, and I'm like, I live across, I live in the next block, the next street over. And she was understanding. This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, this is where this, I don't know, this thing looks like it's been to hell and back. They have one job. They have one job, and they're failing in it. Like I said, like at least 7 or 8 times within the past year and a half, I've had to contact the U.S. Postal Service and had them find my stuff, whether it was lost at the hub that's about 70 miles to the east of me, or whether it's lost. I had one that managed to make it, and I live in a small town. I made it to my local post office distribution center and then vanished. And then like 4 or 5 days later, they found it, because they said, well, it was a postal container that was lost. How do you lose a postal container? Google postal container and tell me how you lose one of them. So I get to October the 4th, and I initiated a missing mail search request, which you think, that's the other thing too. The guy that emailed me about the case being closed, like, case being closed, there's no outbound scan, blah, 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 blah. Feel free to file a missing mail claim at USPS.gov. USPS.gov is not a website. USPS.gov is the domain that the USPS uses for their email. So the guy's an idiot there. And at the end of the email, it's like, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to call me, and didn't leave a phone number. So I initiated on October the 3rd a missing mail search request, and then early this morning, it popped up on October 11th, arrival at unit in my town, and then out for delivery. And then just now I went to get my mail, and this is what I got. Visible damage. So wherever this thing ended up after Oklahoma City or at Oklahoma City, this is what happened. And that is what's on the... We care. We care. Not very damn much, you don't. Not very damn much. Because if you did, you wouldn't have lost my package in the first place. How do you lose this? Look at this. How do you lose this? This goes on a truck, it goes out, it comes to me. And how do you consistently lose my things? If this has happened to me with like 7 or 8 times within the past year and a half, I stagger to think what other people have to go through to get their things. And no, this isn't about an adult collector crying about, they're not bringing me my toys. This is anything. This is the U.S. Postal Service. Think about all the different things that they ship out and bring to us. And within a year and a half, they have screwed me over 7 or 8 times. Now, all but one of the things that they screwed me over on, I got eventually. It's usually like things would bypass my town. I had the same guy that I got the head from in Canada. I had a head come down to my distribution hub in my state, and then go all the way to San Francisco, and then come all the way back. Because they claim, that was a misdirected delivery. How does that happen when it gets to the place where it's supposed to be, and then it just, no, we're going to go to San Francisco? This is so aggravating. So we're going to open it. Here's Trusty. I'm not even going to make the puke noise. I'm frightened to think what this is, or what it's even going to smell like, because I won't say what it looks like it's been drugged through. Pig crap. So, wow. I'm assuming this is mud. So we're going to pull this tape off. Yeah, a little bit of mud did get inside, but to the due diligence of the person that shipped it, I think we're okay. There we go. Well, it seems to be... Now my hands smell like dirt and earth. It's kind of bent up. And I don't think that's any cause of the box, though. It was listed as a non-mint card. So I got him finally. My message to you all is that if you're going to buy something from eBay or Mercari or Etsy or Amazon and you have FedEx and UPS as your option, use them. Avoid the U.S. Postal Service because apparently the U.S. Postal Service is being run, facilitated by, and employs idiots. Inept idiots, incompetent fools, and lackeys that have no concept of care, even though it says on that bag that my package that I've been waiting for since September the 22nd says we care. You don't. You don't care. Because if you cared, I would have had this package a couple of weeks ago. If you cared, you wouldn't have sent one of the things I've ordered to the someplace at the south end of town that I live in. You wouldn't have your idiot carrier wouldn't have dropped off a package that clearly had my address on it to an address that was at the end of the block that I live in a 2600 block. And I don't live at 2600, but that guy did. That guy does, and he got Lady J. Thankfully, he brought her down to me. My message to the U.S. Postal Service is pull your head out of your ass. Train your employees. Train your truck drivers. Train your carriers. You're a government-paid institution. You people make stupid money. You make 3 times what I do at my job. And you got one job. Bring me my stuff. And you can't even do that. I stagger to think the people you screw over on a daily basis at your little shops where you sell your stamps. Pull your heads out of your collective asses and do your job. That's all for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Rebastard Network, as well as join us on Twitter, Discord, and my TikTok by clicking those links in the bottom right-hand corner of the banner on our channel page. Become part of the DRN family. We will welcome you with open arms. You've been watching Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network. You all have a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Screw you, U.S. Postal Service.